Welcome back to our accessing prior knowledge. You looked at this at the very beginning of this unit, and now we're coming back since we've learned so very much. So this says, you and your friends hear that flooding has occurred in a city close to you. You begin to talk about the impact of natural hazards such as flooding. Friend 1 says, there is no way of knowing when a natural hazard will occur, so I don't think that there's anything you can do to reduce the damage it causes. Friend 2 says, you can't stop a natural hazard, but there are things you can do to help reduce the damage it can cause. And your friend number 3 says, you can stop a natural hazard from happening, which will then keep any damage from occurring. So think right now, you've learned so much this unit. Which friend do you agree with? Friend 1, friend 2, or friend 3? Pause the video until you have your answer. All right, you should have your answer of which friend you agree with. Let's see if you're right. Friend 1. Friend 1 had said there was no way of knowing when a natural hazard will occur, so there's no way that you can reduce the damage that it causes. This is incorrect. We know that some natural hazards can occur quickly with not a lot of warning, like a tornado. However, most of the natural processes take time to form. Think about hurricanes. That means that there is time for preventative measures to be taken, which can then reduce their impact. There are many ways to reduce the impact of natural hazards. First, we could have warning signals. Next, we could make emergency plans. And finally, we can construct buildings to withstand the impacts of those natural hazards. Think about buildings in areas of hurricanes. Some of them are even on stilts in areas that flood regularly. Let's see about friend number 2. Friend number 1 was not correct. Friend number 2 was correct. Friend number 2 said you cannot stop a natural hazard, but there are things you can do to reduce the damage it can cause. So this was true. It was correct. A natural hazard is a naturally occurring event that may have negative effects on people or the environment. This means you can't stop it from happening. You can, however, reduce the impact of that natural hazard by having warning signals or having emergency plans and designing buildings that can handle that impact of the natural hazard. So we can't stop them, but we definitely can help reduce the damage that those natural hazards cause. And since we know friend 2 is correct, that puts friend 3 as being incorrect. Let's see what friend 3 said again. They had said you can stop a natural hazard from happening, which will keep any damage from occurring. This is wrong. It's wrong because natural hazards are processes that occur naturally. They happen in nature. People don't control natural hazards. That means they can't be eliminated. They can't be stopped completely. We know that their impact can be reduced though, meaning they don't have to be as destructive as they can be. There are many ways we can reduce the impact of the natural hazard, like warning signals, emergency plans, and constructing buildings in a way that lets them handle the impact of natural hazards. So we know that friend number 2 is right. You can't stop a natural hazard, but we can do things to help reduce the damage. Hope that makes sense. Tomorrow is your quiz. Have a good day.